I just want to introduce you to the guy who makes all my crazy ideas for the garden come true. So anyway, yeah, this morning we're going to plant brassicas. That's the cold weather vegetables.
Ready for fall.
This used to be our potato patch, right?
Well, actually, this was our onions in here.
Oh, okay.
This is where our onions were. Our
potatoes were right over here.
Open them all the way up to here.
Okay.
And we got quite a few good potatoes out of it.
You still found a few.
Still found some more. Found some. But the dirt was kind of hard. I haven't spent a lot of time working on this. But the dirt in the hill for the potatoes is actually compost and horse manure. So it's excellent dirt.
So we're going to move that around, and we're going to plant the brassicas in that. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And we might find some potatoes.
We found some already. Found some onions.
Yeah?
So
there's always surprises in the dirt when you start moving it and plant something else.
And we took a lot of potatoes out of it. We noodle around to get the potatoes out of it, but there's still some left in there. I'm going to pull up the rest of the potatoes, put them over in the compost pile, and I've got a pile of weeds and grass. What's that?
Why aren't we going to compost?
No, I'm sorry. I'm going to take the potato vines and put them in the compost pile. We are, and there'll be some more in there, probably some small ones. And I'm going to get everything out of here, get it over to the compost pile, and then the straw that is on here, I'm going to spread all over the garden. And then I'm going to take this dirt and I'll move it over on top of it because it gives me more plant matter that's going to decompose in the ground. So, but this dirt here is incredible. All right, let's do it. A little bit more right in there.
Oh.
A little bit more. Come up, and all of these come out. All right, here's the dirt as it came out of my compost pile. This is, or the potato pile. This is the dirt that I'm growing stuff in. So you can make dirt like that. I made that compost and horse manure, and it's loose. The potatoes get big, and it's fun to grow stuff in.
like
Well,
coffee grounds.
It is like coffee. It's a good top layer for all the new plants to grow things in. And I can just take a rake. This has been sitting here since the 1st of March. And I can take a rake and I can rake the dirt around. So that shows you what kind of dirt you can make. This is all a byproduct.
How loose it is.
Yes, it's just a byproduct of the garden. I catch my grass. I don't put any weed killers on my yard. I catch all my lawn clippings, leaves. My neighbor down the street, he goes through and he mows everybody's leaves in the fall. He used to dump them behind his house in a lot, and I said, don't do that, bring them up here. I need the acidic for my vegetables, and you can see the peppers there. There's no fertilizer on anything here. This is just the soil that we're growing them in.
And we pretty much have gone to no-till gardening. In fact, we don't till anything anymore.
No.
And we have a lot less hassle with weeds. All of this jungle here is all volunteer tomatoes, but we do get a lot of volunteer
Yes.
when we do it this way. But we don't hoe, and we pull a few weeds, not a lot, and they pull out really easy, but we don't till the ground
Don't
anymore.
spend any
and
time.
it actually makes for a healthier ground because you get the mycelium and the bugs and everything that makes, and the worms that makes gardening healthy. So anyway, we're going to get back to our potatoes here.
You guys can't really see it, but I've got a Roma tomato plant here that's huge, and it came up volunteer around the onions, so I'm going to get it up off the ground. But I found that if I can leave a volunteer tomato plant, if there's an area that I can allow it to grow, it actually far surpass one that you get. One that you plant or one you get from a nursery. So save them if you can. Find a place and just nurture them, and you get a lot of vegetables off of them. As you guys are watching this and looking at it, if you have any questions on how to make the dirt and what I do, just leave some questions and be happy to answer them for you. But what I do, this dirt here, I'll leave, and then this fall and winter, I'll work on a new berm for the potatoes next year. So I'm constantly putting more dirt. I'm improving the top layers of the garden every year as I do stuff, and it actually is getting easier and easier. It doesn't hardly take anything to put the plants down in the ground. Just take a little something and poke a hole, and it just falls apart. And the nice thing is, it holds a ton of water too. So it takes a little effort up at the beginning, but once you get it, it's pretty easy. I work 40 hours a week and I maintain this garden. Actually, I probably work 60 hours a week, plus work on the garden. So it's easy to do. Then as these all stand up a little bit, I'll take and put a little straw around them, bed them. I always keep my straw for a year, let it get a year old, and then that way all the wheat seed in it rots, and I don't have wheat growing in my garden. And it's rotted a little bit, and it holds moisture, so it does two things I want it to do. So get your straw right now for next year. We did it. We did it. We did it, we love.
Alright, are we through? 12 here. Don't put one more.
Well, we need to get the potatoes.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Alright, so we finished putting all the brassicas in that we're going to put in this area. As soon as we water them and let them perk up a little.
You see who got dirty, don't you?
I know, he did the work today.
Look at this.
I got a knee problem. He's got cracked ribs, so we're kind of in a fix here.
Yeah.
Anyway, as soon as we water these, they perk up a little bit. We'll go ahead and mulch them with some straw. But as you can see, the potatoes down here, we have been eating potatoes all summer, and we still found these hiding in the dirt. So we've got plenty of potatoes.
Yes.
And anyway, thank you for joining us.
Send us your questions. We'd love to answer them for you.
Blessings to you.
Yes.